Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are here today at the port of Miami. As you can see behind me, there's an active cruise ship here, but everything here is empty. What we're gonna do today is that we're gonna put a destination to leave this area. That destination is gonna take us through the Port of Miami tunnel, which is 60 feet under sea level. So we're gonna do that, and then the car's gonna take us all the way to the destination after we leave the tunnel. So we're gonna see how that goes. Check it out. Well, here we go. Let's do the trip. So we're leaving the port now. Let's engage the autopilot. The area is pretty empty, but still we're gonna encounter some traffic. Here we go with the first stop sign. Let's make the first left. That was perfect. Sorry for the camera moving a little bit on the screen. As you can see, the car took a quick left, lining up for the next turn. Remember, if you see the blue circle on the top of the screen, that means the autopilot is engaged. So full self-driving is actually driving. Car's moving to the far left lane, because we're gonna make another left here. This is gonna take us to the underground tunnel, undersea tunnel. Nice left. The light is red and the car kind of started slowing down a little bit, but then the light turned green as we were approaching, so the car continues. However, notice that we have a merging lane. So we are on the leftmost lane, which is the one that we have to move away from. The car actually slows down for the car that's coming, and it lets that car merged, and then it keeps going. However, we just passed a sign with 35 mile per hour limit, and the car stayed at that slow speed, so I decided to manually increase the speed. Even though I had no cars behind me, that would be good, but you know, it's a little bit too slow. So the tunnel speed is actually 35 miles an hour, so that's the limit that I'm setting. And then as we're going by, I wanted to point out that this tunnel is actually 35 mile per hour limit. People here drive kind of fast, so I saw a car coming behind me on the right lane. He wasn't directly behind me, but he was speeding. And I don't like to speed in the tunnels because they give you a ticket. They send you a ticket by mail. So you can see that car was pretty much flying compared to the speed that I was making, which was 35. Anyway, we continue. At this point, we're pretty much at the bottom of the tunnel, which is 60 feet under sea level. And then we start going back up in a moment. The car is having absolutely no problems in the tunnel, and obeying the lane lines. And now when we leave the tunnel, which is going to come up in a moment, we're basically, as you noticed before, the visualizations change from the FSD visualizations to the highway visualizations. So that means that the tunnel was considered like part of the highway. Now when we come up, it's pretty much highway, so it's a little bit of a boring ride. The car just gets on the highway, takes a right lane, which it's doing right now, and then it's just going to continue until an exit, which you've seen many times. So let's move on to right after we get off the highway and go towards South Beach in Miami Beach. So here we are on the road that's taking us to South Beach. We're pretty much going at pretty much the speed limit. This van that's on my right side was a little bit close. You can't really tell that much, but the car actually moved a little bit to the left and then kept going in the middle of the lane. So right after a moment now, we're gonna have a traffic light. As you can see, visualizations look really clear. They represent exactly what's going on around us. There's no cars. You can see clearly the lane lines. And so we're gonna reach the traffic light now, and There's going to be, I actually have like a little, like a new Model Y, a white Model Y coming up behind us on the right lane, and they are going to pass us right after the light. So on any areas that I think it's a little bit boring, I decided to speed up the video a little bit so that you don't get too bored. And yeah, so we'll continue the trip in a second. And here we go. There's the Model Y right next to us. One of the new ones, of course. So we're now approaching another traffic light, and then we have to move to the right lane. You see, the car had no issues here on the intersection. In previous builds, it would like wobble a little bit to each side, but it stayed in the middle of the lane, and now it's taking the far right lane because right after this bridge, we're gonna make a right, and at that point, we're basically in South Beach. The way that the car has improved with the last few builds is really impressive. I'm extremely happy with it. There are some things like you've seen before in other of my videos where it does the wrong thing, but as long as we are attentive and holding the wheel, nothing bad's gonna happen. So here we go. It quickly moved to the right lane because there was very little room, which that was pretty impressive because sometimes in the previous builds it would take longer than what it should. There was an accident here, and as you can see, I don't see any special things on the visualization other than the cars are stopped. You see the blue boxes right there to my left on the screen. So we're speeding up the video here because it's a little boring just waiting for the traffic light, and now we keep going. There's a couple of things that happen here. Actually, one notable one is going to be that you're going to see some people in bicycles next to us coming up soon after a couple of stop signs, and the car actually reacts pretty good to the people on the bicycles. There's some pedestrians also that are going to be crossing, and you're going to see that. But as you can see, no glitches this time in the visualizations on the main screen. We're just going through South Beach to reach our destination, which, by the way, I had to cancel just as we were getting to the destination because there was one more turn to go or to make, and that turn was into a private property. I'm not sure if it was a hotel or what, but I decided to disengage just before that. So you'll see that at the end. Here there were some intermittent yellow lights. In the past, the car would kind of freak out and slow down too much at the traffic light that is blinking, but this time it just went through. It slowed down a little bit further, just away before the stop sign, but then it continued, and right now it's just making the stop right there. I'm keeping my hand close to the wheel just in case I need to intervene. Well, no problem. Here comes the people in the bicycles. Notice that the car's gonna move to the left, right? So the car's moving there to the left. It's kind of hugging the left line, and then you hear the alarm. There was nothing major. The alarm, I think, was just indicating that there was people around you. The message on the screen was not about the people in the bikes. It was about the traffic control because of the stop sign that's coming up. And then here, the car slows down for the person that's crossing, and then you'll see the people on the bicycles are going to cross as well, and you can see them on the screen. That other car was in the middle of the intersection, didn't let them go, but the other one did stop, and then the car went. It was a little bit slow taking off, so I push on the accelerator a little bit just to get it going a little bit quicker, and we keep on our way. Gonna be making this stop right here. Quite a bit of traffic around us. It doesn't seem like so, but there was a lot of cars around. I think this is the last stop sign. Coming up is the end of the drive. As I told you before, there was a private property where we were supposed to turn, and I just didn't really feel like I wanted to get in there because I didn't know what the process was going to be to get in and out. So anyway, I hope you like this video. It's a short one, but thanks for watching. If you have any comments, please drop them down below, and I will catch you on the next one.